blues voice.
You showed me how the cage birds sing. Showed me how to give everything. From the break of dawn with a heavy heart, looking through these bars, my world falling apart. The cage birds singing, sweet as honey stinging, chirping freedom deep down within. With feathers bruised, battered dreams torn, these empty rooms where hope feels warm. When Maya showed me how the cage birds sing, I started to give again. Locked in a prison, now I know how the cage birds sing. Through songs of sorrow, through the pain that life can bring. Locked in a prison where the shadows play, singing to the moon, remembering yesterday.
The KK Factor family, get ready. If you're at the Antipodes Festival on the weekend, get ready because the studio is going to be set on fire tonight. That's the fire that walks into our studios. Joining us live is the unstoppable Kaliopi Stavropoulos, the powerhouse who absolutely lit up the AA holding stage at the 38th Antipodes Festival, and I was so privileged to be the MC at that moment. Described as delivering sizzling guitar with howling vocals, Kaliopi didn't just perform, she ignited raw authenticity, commanding presence, a sound that honoured the roots of the blues while pushing it forward with fearless innovation. Kaliopi and the Blues Messengers stand at the forefront of Australia's contemporary blues movement, grounded in tradition but unmistakably modern in voice, intent and emotional depth. And that she proved it because every song had a story. A Berklee College of Music graduate with a flawless 4.0 GPA and advanced blues guitar, Kaliopi blends technical precision with something far more powerful, truth. Her performances feel like confessions, sermon and celebration all at once. Her award-winning 2024 album, The Devil's Voodoo Curse, charted in the Abarak Top 25 for 12 months. Then came How the Cage Bird Sings, which we'll play later on. Inspired by Maya Angelou, earning international acclaim and award nominations. Most recently, One Woman, One Love, which we will also play tonight, a groove-driven blues anthem that sold out in Melbourne's launch and is now gathering radio traction globally across Europe, UK, and the USA. And we were so honoured to have her at the Antipodes Festival this year. And here's something big. She'll be representing Greece at the 2026 European Blues Challenge in Poland. Greek roots, Australian stage, international reach. This is not just blues. This is survival, joy, reclamation. This is lineage meeting modern fire. Coming up now, Kaliopi Stavropoulos joins us live to talk about her upcoming gig, her Antipodes performance, and what's next in the powerful new chapter. So tune it up. The blues is now in the studio, and I'm going to lift the mic now so we can hear her.
Hi.
Yasu Kaliopi, Yasu,
Yeah,
Yasu.
Suruna, that was so beautiful. Thank you so much.
You're very, very welcome. Alex just sent one of our listeners here on the social platforms. He said, I saw her on Saturday Live and she was wild and groovy. Alex, you saw her live. You would have seen me as well. I didn't see you, darling. Oh, my goodness. Kaliopi, I've got to say, I loved all the performances. I loved the Antipodes Festival with all its different traditional dances, all the different performers bringing different music and genre to those stages. But I will say it, and it was really funny because when I handed the mic over to my fellow MC friend as well, Theologia, I said, Theologia, you know what? I was born a rock chick, but I was never given the electric guitar, and I've always wanted the electric guitar. My father gave me a guitar, and then he went on to the organ, but I really always wanted, but you never know. Later in life, I might just pick one up.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's a beautiful instrument. It's an absolutely expressive, beautiful instrument, And yes, Greeks, we certainly have got the groove and lots of music. It's just part of our culture, isn't it? So yeah, it was a wonderful festival, and what a privilege and an honor it was for us and for me to play there. I was just so proud to be among that and be on that stage. So, and the people were just beautiful. You were just wonderful for us as well. So
thank you so much.
No,
thank you. Kaliopi, you weren't just playing that instrument. You literally owned the stage. The way you moved, the way you, it was like, I was just in awe. Like it was the whole package. And I absolutely loved it.
Well, Ευχαριστώ πάρα πολύ. No, I just love it. I do. I feel it's my purpose to be there. I feel like the stage is a platform of connection, and it brings us all together. It's somewhere where we're above all the issues, the daily fusses and so forth, and we can just connect as human beings. And it's a real honor and a privilege to do that with people and to have that. So I love it, and when I see a stage there, I think, yes, absolutely, let's dance, and enjoy it. So that's what you would have experienced.
We certainly did do that, and it's a lot of storytelling. Now, I had asked you when you started, and your answer was, which I'm going to give it to my audience right now. As soon as you were able to hold the electric guitar, you held the electric guitar. This was your calling. And you can see the whole package. You also were selling CDs on the day. Can people still purchase your CDs?
Yeah, the CDs we've got a minimal amounts via the website. Usually, most people online are buying digital streams and digital downloads, and so. But the CDs at shows are certainly available in Australia. Anyway, I'm not sure if we'll have them available overseas. But they are limited, so you can get them if you wanted a CD and you still like that tactile experience.
Yeah.
You certainly can get them from the website, kaliopi.com.au.
Now, I want to touch on your storytelling because every piece of music that you started to play, you also verbally told us a story. Is this part of your whole branding?
Yes, indeed. Yeah, certainly. It's I like to connect with people, not just sort of play to them, but play with them and share a journey. And it very much is. It starts off in the Delta in the early 1900s, which is really what inspired me, like from my yaya's period and so forth. And then musically and historically, we travel from the Delta through Chicago, and then we align as well the Greek rembetika influences and the correlations between the two streams. And in that too, I try and blend my experiences, my parents' experiences, relocating after the war from Greece to Australia, and then also our experiences being, Greeks in a foreign country and so forth. And now, full circle going back home, I think all of this is relevant, and that's what I try to write about. And also, if I'm not writing a song and I'm playing a song from my mentors like Memphis Minnie or Coco Taylor Number, it's related, and they're also it's paying homage to them as well.
Play us a little number.
Well,
you definitely cannot put that guitar down.
I can't. No, this is a beautiful guitar. Well, I'll play you a little bit of I just dropped a phone. That's okay. I'll play a little bit of Stepping In From the Outside. This is an original song about having gone to America to discover and the industry. And of course, I got a decent break, a recording and a touring contract there. And then it kind of soured up. The business component soured up. It was like, what they say about the business in music, it's not at all like the art and the craft. But this was about coming back to Australia after such a successful tour in LA and in Hollywood and Western California and so forth, and then needed to pick up again in Australia. So stepping in from the outside, it was kind of like coming back home, but seemingly looking from the outside into my own backyard. And this is a little bit of that for you. It's New Year's Eve and the rain's coming down. I walk in the street with my head to the ground, stepping in from the outside, stepping in from the outside, looking for new home, my hometown. Knocking down doors, steaming and some clowns. Stepping in from the outside, stepping in from the outside. I look and I see something's picking at me, yeah, from the outside. They took without measure and left us to bleed with head from the outside. I look and I see something's picking at me from the outside. They took without measure and left us to bleed with head from the outside, from the outside.
Kaliopi, tell me the Kaliopi and the Blues Messengers. I can get you continuing to play, but I know I've got your time is limited because you're going off very soon. Well, yeah, that's right, tonight. So I need to hear from you as well, although I do love your guitar.
Thank you.
How long have you had the Kaliopi and the Blues Messengers as a group? How long have you guys been working together?
The Blues Messengers formed in early 22. After, actually, I played bass guitar for Marios Papadeas. He's a satiric Greek.
Μπορεί να μιλήσει και ελληνικά, σπαστά, όπως θα κάνεις στο stage. I love that.
We can do that. Yeah. And when I played Sotherubetica, Teleika, all the old early 1900s stuff with him, and then after that, I was really drawn to the blues in a big way. So that's when I joined the Women in Blues program with the Melbourne Blues Appreciation Society, and that, straight after that, they invited me to we got jamming and a band came around me and so forth. And then I was invited to do the Glen Maggie Blues Festival. And that's when the Blues Messengers were formed. And it's been sort of evolving and settling now into a fairly stable, strong lineup here in Australia. We've released 2 albums, and we're about to do 2 new singles from the 3rd album that's going to come out later this year as well, after I'm back from the European tour that I'm about to go.
Which is in Poland, is that right?
Going to Poland. I'm starting off in Greece, doing Athens, Thessaloniki, looking at then going to Sofia in Bulgaria, and then hopefully Budapest and Prague before on the way to Poland, and then from there we'll see what happens.
Amazing. So you're heading off to Poland for the European Blues Challenge.
Correct.
How did you get involved with that?
Well, that was interesting. That was like it was really fate. It was like I went to Nisidos which is where my mother's from and where I'm from. And I went there basically didn't know that Greek even had a Western blues scene, just to put down my stuff and then go and find the blues in Belgium, And as I'm there, I'm in the coffee shop in the morning one morning with Enrico, and he goes, what have you been doing? And I played him some videos of what I'd been doing in Australia. And this man and this woman tapped me on the shoulder. Didn't have to put pages, man. He said, because I'm just, what you like with the cafe. I'm just morning coffee clothes,
Yeah, you're not going to be wearing what you wear on stage.
Exactly. And he goes, didn't have to do it. Anyway, worked out they were huge blues promoters, and they introduced me. Unbelievable! Like, this is a real recluse island in the middle of people go to escape the rat race, and that's what they do as well. It was just fate that brought us together, and they just introduced me to Blues Wire. Then they invited me to Thessaloniki to do a guest show with them, and then before I knew, I was working with Blues Cargo, do a guest show with the bass player from there was playing drum and blues diffuse. It just expanded from there. I was only there for like 3 months, but I just the networking, it just rolled from there. And so then some musicians got together. The mayor of the island loves the blues. I didn't know. He's been brought up in the States, an expat as well. So we organised a festival and invited all these musicians along from all over Greece to come and play. And there was a bass woman, a guy from Germany, another guitarist, and a drummer, and various other musicians from various islands, and Athens and Kos and so forth, that were involved and wanted to be a part of the festival. And then it resulted in myself and Zoe, the bass player from Athens, and Dylan Kent, drummer from France, and Melbourne actually, who came to be a part of the festival, and we just connected, and there was a bit of a duel with myself and another guitarist singer from Germany who would be to join Zoe, and it worked out that I was the lucky one, let's say. So it's just wonderful.
Συγχαρητήρια. The music blues in Greece, does that fall under endicto? Did I say that correctly?
Δεν κατάλαβα. I don't understand what.
Is there a Greek name, a terminology for blues music?
Well, εμείς έχουμε Rebettica, which is our blues, which is our, the Greek blues.
Ναι, καλά λες.
Το δικά μας είναι Rebettica. And here we go. I just got a message from the European Blues Union now as we speak. They want to know when we're landing in Poland anyway. It's timing's fantastic, isn't it?
So exciting.
Yeah. So I think they call it just blues. When it's blues. It's
the blues.
African American, like South American blues, Delta kind of originating blues. If it's Rebettica, it's our Greek sort of Asia Minor, Smignaika, sort of like folk roots kind of music.
Yes. Yeah. I'm going to now. You're doing a live gig on Friday. I am going to put the information, the post up on the KK Factor. So to all our listeners, all on the KK Factor, I will put all the details. I will have it on my LinkedIn account under Willa Krikalis and Instagram, KK Rock Chick. $25 to watch Kaliopi live. Is the band going to be with you too? Did I say that? I'll
explain that one, because that's it's the International Women's Day Blues Festival. It's a women's blues festival, so it's a whole bunch of women blues acts, and so there's myself, Kaliopi and the Blues Messengers. There's also Anthea Stavropoulos. She'll be doing a show as well. There's also Coldplay from Cold Snap from Sonia Valenti, women's.
You know what? Just having you and Anthea, I'm going to come.
Now, and Nadia as well. She's like just really kicking, and so many others as well. Debbie Candlish from North Queensland, and Stella Anning. There's about 5 bands, women. And
now you're talking about Nadia Grant?
No, Nadia. The band name is Nadia.
Nadia, the band. Okay, yep.
But it's $35 pre-sale, a single ticket. If you buy a group of 5, it works out
25. Okay.
If you buy a group of 10, it works out to 25 each.
Okay.
So, but and if you get it at the door, it's 45. So we want.
Better to put it online, guys.
Yeah, grab it online, because then you can get, if you get a few of you going, you can get it as cheap as, like, 25 if you get a group of 10. We've sold a couple of group of 10s, and it's really been perking up the last few days as well. So it's going to be amazing.
That's fantastic. Yes, because when you were playing, Anthea was there. I got her on the
She was
stage.
very
I
excited.
knew, yeah, she was very excited. We all were very, very excited. And it really did bring something different to the Antipodes Festival. Is this the first time that
Yeah.
you've been? The first
Yeah, and it
time?
definitely won't be the last. I didn't know what to expect, but the people, just the reception was beautiful. I
Yeah,
just really, really am so grateful for it. And I felt so proud to be, like, I'm Greek, double, both parents. It's in my blood, as like and to be there and celebrate our culture and do our thing, not be
I love
forced
it.
to say, oh, you got to do it the Greek way. It's very open-minded and very inclusive, isn't it?
It
So
is.
it
It
was
is. Well,
wonderful.
I was listening to your song, Why You Play the Blues, on the way to the studio today, and I listened to every single word. Although I listen to you when you're playing, but your mind is everywhere. You've got to look at what's going on, and I heard Lonsdale Street, and I heard about the parents migrating, and
Yeah.
I thought, wow, wow, yes, I'm going to be playing that as well.
Yeah, well,
Um,
that was a rewrite of BB King's song, like, Why He Plays. I can't certainly play. I'm not black, I'm not, I can't talk
you
about
have your
the
own
story.
style. You have your own style. You've got your own voice.
And we've got our
Very,
stories, like,
that's right.
we've got our parents that came in, and it's not minimizing at all, but it's more authentic, isn't it, to talk about our truths, and stuff. But I'm glad you appreciate. Absolutely, walking. There's certainly some references to Lonsdale Street and Melbourne and our Greek culture in that song. Absolutely.
I did hear all that. Now, your parents, when you picked up the electric guitar, how were they with the electric guitar? Were they more open-minded, or it's like, okay,
My parents were very
guitar?
And then my parents were very liberal. My mum gave me the first little ukulele when I was just a toddler, and then
Yeah,
my dad bought me a guitar when I was about 7, a 3/4 size. Then he bought me another one. But when I was in primary school, we were watching all these acts, Slade and Kiss and Sweet and Status Quo, and all these rock and roll acts, Lou Reed and Jerry Lewis, Lee Lewis, and Jerry Lewis as well, but and playing electric guitars and so forth. And my parents weren't at all. They were really supportive. They're very liberal, really left of centre type of thinking, outside the box and so forth. My father comes from Patra, and my mum's from Nissus. My father has a sort of very social, political sort of background, and also, I guess, family links as well. So,
yeah.
so they're very liberal. They're very encouraging. And to my surprise, I didn't realise how free my parents were with me until I kind of met with my friends, and my friends were everything was so strict for them,
Correct, yes.
in comparison. But no, my parents were
Wow.
very liberal. I mean, yeah, if you look at my first residency, I mean, I when I was 17, I was living went to stay with my uncle in Athens, Christos Patrinos, for a year with the Boite scene. I was with him. He was a dancer and an actor, so I was with him every night until 5 in. Then I'd go to the private school during the day and do an arts course. And I got straight A's because I just, when you love
Μπράβο,
doing
μπράβο.
it. Και έτσι είμαστε Έλληνες, όταν
Έτσι είμαστε, έχουμε πάθος. Now, I know you're excited, but I know I have to be mindful for you because I know you have to go. We already spoke about that, and I don't want you to get sidetracked. So, because I know you're running out of time, literally running out of time,
Ναι.
can you μπορεί να μας παίξεις ένα ακόμα κομμάτι?
Θα
And
σου
we'll
παίξω
finish
λίγο
off
από
with
άλλα.
that, and then we'll finish off with that για να φύγεις, για να μην αργήσεις for the other stations.
Ναι, θα παίξεις You Play One Woman, One Love after that's our
Yes.
current single. Fantastic. I'll play you a little bit of Come to Me. Too many times you've been on your own. So much for love you can never hold. Long for the night when and you're not alone. Love her love, you can call your heart. You were young, I heard you pray for someone to come. You come to me. Come to me. Yeah. Yeah, a little short.
Kaliopi, ευχαριστώ πάρα πολύ. Thank you so much. We wish you huge success in Poland.
Thank you. Thank you.
No matter how far you get, you will still make us very proud. And I'm going to do whatever I can so I can watch you live and Anthea on Friday. Ευχαριστώ
Fantastic.
πάρα πολύ. Thank you.
Let us know if we can. Thank you so much for your support, Rula. I really appreciate it. I've loved meeting you, and I feel this is the beginning of a great friendship in the future.
It will be a great friendship, and we will organise one day to have you live in the studio with the whole band.
Absolutely. Έγινε.
Φιλάκια. Thank you so much.
Ευχαριστώ. Γεια σου για τώρα.
Wasn't she absolutely sensational?